Oops. And I don't even have the thing up. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now people can at least see me and your icon. I don't even know if anybody's here because I didn't promote this and I just wrote on my thing, start promoting before I go live. Yeah, it's a good thing. This, yeah, I think I want to talk about all the freaking hats we wear. I don't like all the hats. I don't like some of the hats.
I too dislike many of the hats.
Yeah. Where do you want to come from this time?
How about the ditch digger's widow's walk?
Ooh, that's kind of scary. But sure.
Halloweeny. Well, I mean, you know what a widow's walk is, right?
No, I don't actually.
Then I'll explain it once we've started.
Okay, sounds good. Coming to you live from the Ditch Diggers Manor Widow Walk. It is the Ditch Diggers, Mer Lafferty and Ursula Vernon. Yeah, we're
I promise to explain what a widow's walk is. It's the little balcony on like the second story that the widow would supposedly go out and walk around in the olden days if she was a recluse but still wanted to get some air.
So wait, these are like upscale balconies. These are like you could do a lap.
I mean, let me look up the exact definition here.
Because I mean, you can't like the balconies I know of. You can do like maybe 2 or 3 steps. Maybe.
Let's see. A railed rooftop platform, often with a cupola, named for the romantic idea that wives of sailors would use it to watch for their husband's return, because you could scan the horizon for ships.
Yeah, but if they call it a widow's walk, it's already a foregone conclusion, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of people got lost at sea.
True. Cool. So that's where we are, and we're the Ditch Diggers, and I'm Mer Lafferty. I do the podcasting and the writing, and my recent book, Infinite Archive, came out in July. And she's Ursula Vernon, who is off camera now, but if you're listening in audio, you'll get the full effect. Tell us about you,
Absolutely.
Ursula.
Well, I'm Ursula Vernon, but you probably know me as T. Kingfisher. I write horror, fantasy romance. I do a lot of stuff, and my latest book, depending on when this goes up, probably Snake Eater is the one that is coming out soonish. It's either out in December, or if you are a member of Amazon First Reads, you can actually read the Kindle version now. So that's neat. Otherwise, you can. What Stalks the Deep? The Third Sworn Soldier just came out. The other thing, Hemlock and Silver, which is also a book that I wrote, just came out.
And you're a close personal friend of Stephen King.
He recommended one of my books on Blue Sky, and
which means you're basically best friends.
I was not aware that that's what that means, because if so, I am best friends with a lot of people that I did not realize I was committing to when I said they wrote a good book.
You're going to be invited to so many weddings.
Oh, God.
You're going to feel so obligated. Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is my close personal friend. I never feel obligated to
go to weddings. Oh, well, nice.
Yeah. He endorsed Station Eternity in his newsletter years ago.
Oh.
I wish I'd known how to get in touch with him and get him copies of the next 2 books, but that kind of hit a dead end. I didn't really follow up with my agent, but I'm like, hey, can you find out whoever's representing him and maybe do a trade? I don't know. Because he's writing mystery now. Very tall mystery.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Yes.
Interesting.
But yeah, we talk about business of writing or whatever we want to. We're not terribly organized. We just have opinions. And
Yes, and we talk about the business of writing because we both do it professionally, not because we are necessarily experts, and we are not selling you anything to organize your life if you are a writer. So yeah,
no, we
we
can't.
do
We
not have a
can't.
system we are selling you.
We have no system. If I can't. I don't understand terrible people. I could not, in good faith, sell a system while I'm over here with like 17 different notepads and journals with notes in all of them. And I hope I can find the one I need when I need it. And then I'll turn around and tell you how to organize your life and your writing career. I just wrote
Oh yeah.
all of my projects down again. So I guess I could feel like I'd done something on them. I don't know. It's like I've got this
When
list
I
in
want
several
to
places, but I'm like, hey, I need
find
to keep it in my mind all these different projects I want to do.
when I want to find when a book is due, I have to go to my email and look up, like, I am just like going through the search function looking for letters from my editor to see when we actually nailed down when it was due.
Yeah, I want to sell you my system of writing it down when you first agree to it.
Yes, but where would I write it?
I don't
I
know.
I have cats. It's
Cats just take your stuff and wander away.
well, yes,
Okay.
frequently.
Yeah.
And also your thing about writing it down in 10 different notebooks. I actually did a organizational sort of thing, which is in my office. This is more an office furniture thing. I have these Kalaxes with books on them, and I was like, I could put like doors on a couple of these with corkboard in them, and then I could put all of the 10 million enamel pins that I buy at
Mm.
every convention but have no way of displaying. And so I did this thing, and but I wanted to move stuff that I don't like access very often out of the immediately obvious drawers. And so I have all these old sketchbooks because I was an illustrator for God knows how many years. And so I was taking them down and flipping through them and occasionally seeing, a interesting tidbit or a sketch that was pretty good. And it's amazing, first of all, how many sketchbooks have about 10 pages done and then the rest is blank because
Wow,
I
10
set it down
pages is a
somewhere and
lot,
lost it.
actually. Most people I
Yeah,
know have
okay,
one or
okay.
two.
I'm lying, it's usually three.
Still more than
And
one.
but very few of them go to the end. Like virtually all of them have like 10 or 20 pages at the back, that even the ones I was working on a lot. And then just the incredibly random notes that I would write down, like uh, first of all, I would also do like all the budget in the sketchbook. So I'm like, oh, I see how much I was paying in rent in 2004. And
Interesting
but
time
also
capsule.
just, yeah, notes like usually like sort of, fragments of an idea or a story, or I mean, I didn't think I was a writer at the time, but like let me pull up a couple. The In the bird world, what you are doing would be considered rude. uh, Saint
Who are you
Elymas
talking to?
preached among the turtles.
Oh.
The plague doctor saying, I will give you laudanum with that hot dog.
See, you could sell all of these. You know you could.
Uh, hey kids, Harlow the Happy Slime says, just say no to biomechanical enhancement cyberware.
That's really important right now, actually.
It kind of is. Oh, and
Yeah.
there's a sketch of what looks like a stuffed Cthulhu arising from a pit being worshipped by little stuffed animals, and it is labeled "A dark and plushy god arises."
Mm-hmm. I don't know what your point is. If your point is like, look at the crap I do, because I know several people who would just probably put stupid money down for those things.
Well, no, it was more like what you were saying with the the writing things down to yourself. But what would happen is that I would like write down when my book is due, and then 20 years from now I would find that in a sketchbook next to a note that says, "I will give you laudanum with that hot dog."
Also, your book is due January 3rd. Right.
Yes. Oh God, you panicked me for a second. I thought you might know, and I
I
was
was
like,
just
"Wait,
guessing.
no."
I'm sorry. I know. But seriously, you've got so many projects going on. How do you keep up with them all?
Uh, I write on one until I am tired of writing on it, and then I go work on a different one for a while. And I have sort of a vague notion that, for example, this one tie-in book is due in February, and so I should keep working on it. But then the third Sword Heart book is due in like May or June or something. I
Mm-hmm.
don't actually remember when that one is due. And so I should start working on that one as well.
Right.
And then I know I need to write the next Paladin book, which I was working on until these other projects fell in my lap, and I have accepted it won't be done this year, but I know I have to get it done by the end of next year, or
Mm-hmm.
partway through next year. And then I have another project that's due like I thought it was due in May, but my editor was like, "Okay, so we're working on this project, and I'm telling you now this other thing is more important. So how about I can give you, how about till September?" And I'm like, "Okay, I can probably, we'll say September, and I may turn it in before that." So it's just like, I don't know. They're just kind of, I mean, they're books. It's not like, I don't write them down on my calendar. Like my calendar is for like, you have a podcast interview or you have a doctor's appointment.
Right. But I'm the kind of
But
person that if I don't
yeah,
write book is due in October, I'll forget. I will.
I
I'm not
mean, but
proud.
you have to be working on a book, right?
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
It
Yeah.
well, yeah. Like, I mean, even if I don't know the exact date, I know that like my third Sword Heart book is due next year. Like, it's in
Yeah.
my head as a this is a book you should be working on.
Well, right now I'm in a weird position that partly scares the shit out of me and partly is exciting, which is I don't have any books due. I've got a a collaborative project that I'm working on that is due, but that's like an 8,000 word project. My part is 8,000 words. So, and then of course there's edits to the book I just turned in whenever they get here. But really, when it comes to page one, start new project, nothing. I have nothing. And that's actually, I'm seeing it as exciting because one thing I want to do is I've been kicking around this idea for years, which is kind of like me. I guess it's my process. I shouldn't feel ashamed of it if that's just the way my brain works. But I wanted to do this book, and I've tried it, started it many times, and finally, I just decided to make it like a found footage thing. So, like, there's somebody investigating this story that I'm writing, and so the story comes out from the ephemera that they're collecting. And so I've got a right now I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff in Canva, and I'm going to be collecting about half. When I get to the halfway point, I've got a couple of people who've agreed to take a look at it for me, and I'm just going to send them this pack of papers. and see what they think of it, because it's when I've had trouble
Interesting.
doing it in the past, finally now I'm like, I can make progress on this. I don't know how, but for some reason doing the whole like, I am a not a government, but an official person who has to investigate this weird thing that just happened. And so I'm gathering all the stuff I need to do my oh, whoops.
Investigation.
We got a follower. I forgot that the follower now makes cackling Halloween noises. So welcome, glad to have you. Um, Anyway, so that's what I'm working on now. It's a lot of fun. If I actually do get to a point where I'm happy with it, I will probably have all the stuff printed professionally and probably pack it myself. I can't see this getting huge, but if people are into it, hopefully they'll like it. And maybe I'll just send one to my agent and go, "Hey, can you sell this?" I don't know.
I mean, that approach has always worked for me.
Yes, it has. You are my inspiration.
Woo!
But I've been
Aw,
working
that's
on
pretty
that,
sweet.
and since NaNoWriMo is just kind of it feels like a whole bunch of kids in a pool. Like we used to all be on a boat, and then the boat sank, and we all have floaties, and so we're all floating in the pool, and we're all not all really going the same place, but we're all like really supporting each other. Go NaNoWriMo people. And since the actual establishment died, I'm guessing there's no trademark on that word. So I'll have a lot of people who, have said just use the word. Nobody can stop you. It's what people are doing in November, whether they're calling it that or not. So,
Yes.
but the funny thing is, I spent a lot of hours this weekend working on this ephemera project, but I don't know how to quantify it because a lot of it was, finding the right picture of a lumberjack to put on a flyer that is supposed to hang in a coffee shop, and writing the flyer that's supposed to hang in the coffee shop. And I don't know how much you can call that word count, but you know, fiction projects are so weird these days.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just basically saying I spent a lot of time this weekend working on this thing, and so if you want to say I am close
It's
to
real work.
5,000 words, sure.
It's genuine work that got you closer to a thing.
Yeah.
I I grant you a word count in by the authority vested in me.
Thank you. I have achieved word count. Yay. Did I also got my emails down from 80 to 12. So that was a big move.
Okay, now that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't answer a lot of emails when I was writing the book, and then I went on vacation. And I'm sorry we passed by you. I don't think really close, but passed by you a couple of times this past week. But
you were on a train. It's
yes,
okay.
yes, not the whole time, but there was oh, there's Albuquerque several hours that way. Hey, Ursula. But yeah,
I feel the love.
we had a really good anniversary trip. We'd been planning on this for a while, and we had our 25th anniversary trip on our 27th anniversary because COVID. So I don't even know. I think, oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to talk about. Sometimes this could go into my other podcast I should be writing, which is more for emotionally supporting earlier writers, while this is so you need to fire your agent, what do you do kind of podcast. But we can't talk about that every week because our agents would probably get really nervous and people would get bored. But what I hate right now is, unless you are someone who is a major author, you've got you're spinning a whole bunch of plates, and you're not just the creator, you're also the admin, and you're the manager, and you're the marketing. And
oh God, yes.
you have to remember
and
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. It's no, just the amount of emails and the go approve this thing and the you know just write a follow-up email to this person, or this, and not even at the some bookstores would like signed book plates. Can you sign them and mail them?
Mm-hmm.
Things. And it's like the best thing that I have done in a long time was hiring the sort of assistant that Murr and I and a couple of other authors share, who has executive function and triages our email.
Yeah.
But like, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And for me,
And
it's
none of
like,
it gets you writing.
well, writing is part of it. For me, it's if I want to do this big ephemera project, I need like deadlines and stuff. I need deadlines of when I'm going to finish the writing, when I'm going to finish the Canva part, when I'm going to send it out to my early testers. And I have to set deadlines, and then I have to pay attention to them. My biggest problem right now is promotion, because I used to be
Oh, good, yeah.
huge on Twitter. It's such a different metric for so many different people. But, I got to
Yes.
about 15,000 followers on Twitter. I really enjoyed it when it was there. And then first, I got just kind of tired of. I left Facebook after I found out two things. One is you can have people say, I like this author. I want their information delivered to me, but it was still not guaranteed that the algorithm would give it to
Yeah.
them. There was that. And then there was
Yes.
the proof that they had done the unethical testing of seeing how your moods fluctuated as according to Facebook by showing you worse news. They wanted to see if they could affect your mood. And considering I would log into Facebook and always feel like shit, I'm just like, no, you get nothing of me. I hate you. And
On that note, not to distract you, but Scalzi said a thing, which is he's like, no, I don't look at social media before I write. I get up, I do not look at social media. I write. When I'm done, I look at social media, because otherwise I'll just get mad and distracted. And
yeah,
I'm like, that is a remarkably good idea. I should attempt that, and I have been trying, and it seems to have sort of worked.
yeah. Well, see, that was my thing is like, and then Twitter, crashed and burned and lay there like a dead horse rotting in the sun. I know my metaphors just got
Vivid.
mixed but anyway, so I got off the habit of looking at social media for my own personal mental health.
Sanity.
And now I know I gotta get back to it. I'm trying to be more active on Instagram, which I know is connected to Facebook. I know. But for some reason, the Instagram algorithm wants to send me K-pop and dogs. So I'm on board with that. They don't seem to want to affect my mood and then track what I say. I don't know. But anyway, one thing I've discovered surprisingly is that I don't know if this is out for everybody yet, but Patreon is offering quips, and it's another thing of like, oh, it's another social media. It's slightly different because the people on your feed are creators, and you're not going to have just some person who has an opinion, and they'll try to like group creators together. So if you like a creator, their post might be in your followers feed, and some people don't like that. But I've found on my trip, I just started posting pictures and seeing if I could make it entertaining, and I got a lot of free followers. Now granted, they're not supporting my Patreon yet, but they are now receiving anything I put out for free. And so I want to be using that to get people who are already signed up with Patreon, already used to supporting people, if I can get them interested in me. And that requires to promo. Promo. I was trying to say promo and promotion at the
Yes.
same time, and they're not the same sounding word, even though they are the same word. But
Yeah, it's a pro versus a pro.
yeah, so I kind of want to. I need to like get on Quips and say, "Hey guys, I'm about to do a live stream." I need to get on Instagram and say, "Hey guys, I'm about to do a live stream," and because I get, you know, people get interested when I do that. I'm just so out of practice because I
Oh
ran away
yeah.
from social media for so long because it was so toxic. And I'm enjoying Quips and Patreon, and Instagram seems to know my interests, and so I don't mind that either. But yeah, that's my big thing is like my marketer hat is difficult to wear. I do the admin, I do the
It is
writing,
dusty.
but the editorial hat is does not seem to have the authority that it needs to, and the promoter hat is just dusty. Yeah, dusty hats. That's what we're calling this one, dusty hats. Dusty
All
hats.
right. I actually have a dusty hat that I need to run the lint roller over.
Excellent. I have not done any good at saying hi to chat, so I'm going to do that real quick. We got Underpope is here. Underpope took a Facebook break over the weekend. It helped his mood tremendously. I think you may need
I
to
bet.
learn from that, my friend. The Kids Are Asleep is here. Last playing Blueprints. I wanted to tune in. I couldn't because we were doing stuff, but were you playing, or was your husband playing, or both of you playing? How did that work? Because Blueprints is a very interesting game that two people can play and talk about, but I'm eager to see you guys follow through with it. Is that going to be a thing you keep doing, or was that just a placeholder? I was playing. Eric is out of town. Okay, so will you be playing again, or are you just doing that to fill in Eric's spots? While you answer, I'll go. Fire Rider is here. NaNoRebel style work. Yes. Froggy is here. Didn't mean to interrupt you. It's not your fault, Froggy. I'm the one who put the scary Halloween noise on the alerts. So we're glad to have you. Crystal Briar here. Stories sounding from emerging from ephemera sounds cool. I hope so. I really do. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Crystal Briar puts submission windows in your calendar you may try to go back to. That's a good idea. I've done that, though. I've done that on game jams when I want to try to do a game like on itch.io, and I always talk myself out of it, and then I feel bad because I've got these submission windows or game jam windows in my calendar and think, oh, well, I didn't do that one either. But that's kind of my problem. Underpope's been using an app called Clockify to tell
a
me.
fair thing. Like,
Sorry?
you know, that is a fair thing. You got to remove stuff from your calendar that doesn't happen and will depress you. Like I had a con in France that was like, you're gonna come out, and I'm like, great, and then they decided it was too expensive, and the con was still in my calendar, and I like looked at it and it was like fly to France, and I'm like, I'm not flying to France now. I'm sad. I was like, it's stupid. I should have taken this out.
Yeah. The person whose name I always butcher, I'm just going to say Poe is here, and every 6 months I buy a fancy undated planner and go, this is it. This is the one that will finally fix my entire system of organization. Then I forget to use it for one day and never touch it again. I did the stupidest thing, and yet it hit all the dopamine receptors, so I still enjoyed it. The Traveler Company does usually like one special branded notebook a year, and I missed the one 2 years ago that was about Japan, and I missed last year's, which was called Love and Trip and had a beautiful red leather cover. And then so when they came out with this year's, I'm like, I'm getting it. I'm getting the new branded limited cover. And right after they released that, they're like, oh, we found some more of last year's, and I bought that immediately. And I've already decided I'm doing another planner system, which is a German planner that I have the beautiful, expensive cover of, and the actual insert is only $30. So if I can stay happy with this cover, which who knows, it's only going to cost me $30 to do this thing. But I did buy 2 more leather covers for notebooks that I didn't need. that I wanted but didn't need. Yeah. Yep.
I started using Xenia, which is online because I do everything on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I don't use it as a planner because I like never plan shit, but I use it as sort of a journal and record word count and place to put photos that I took and things. And it's I like it. There's a lot of like really cheesy things, but cheesy. You get into the journal space, you will get cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It's the like you can do all sorts of custom layouts, and I just like wind up making a wildly different page pretty much every day, or I'll get in a mood and do like 10 sort of spreads. It's sort of like somewhere between art journaling and keeping a diary. I don't know. Anyway, Xenia, like the plant Zinnia,
Mm-hmm.
is, but they have lots of like planner stuff. I find it works best on the iPad for me. It's I think on iPhone it would be a little small, but of course you can also use it straight on a computer if you're that sort of person. But I've had fun with it, and I've actually managed to keep up a journal for like 4 or 5 months,
That's
which is
great.
yeah, for me is impressive. Normally, I'll do a couple pages, I'll get in the mood, and then I'll be like, I'll get distracted, and then I'll feel guilty that I haven't done it. So
Yeah.
every time I go back, it's like returning to your island in Animal Crossing. You expect it to yell at you,
And there are
and
weeds, and there's like that damn
the cockroaches.
the
Yeah,
cockroaches, and then there's that damn gorilla in the sweater that you just can't stand and you really wish would go away, and he's still there putting you down for not visiting him more often.
I didn't have a gorilla. I had a grumpy anteater
I had a
who
gorilla.
was like, "I thought you were dead." And I'm like, and the anteater is like, "You had to be, because otherwise you wouldn't have left for a year without telling me." And I'm like, this is a lot to put on someone in a children's game,
They,
people.
I yeah, Animal Crossing has done a lot of damage to children's mental health, and I'm not exaggerating much. There was the if you accidentally quit the last game with the DS, I think, if you quit that game accidentally, and that means your battery died, you shut it, somebody bumped it and knocked the cartridge out. Like not you doing something wrong, just this happens with games. This anteater, not anteater, it was, what is it, groundhog or something? I can't remember. Just pops out and yells at you when you start it up again, and you can't get past it. You have to go through screen after screen of it screaming at you and yelling. I know you want to keep tabbing through this, but you're not going to. You're going to sit here and listen to me. I know kids who were really upset by that.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic, the latest Pokemon game, I do not think was meant for children,
Oh,
but it's. I hope it's not meant for children, because a lot of it is about I'm burned out, and my Pokemon are trying to tell me I am experiencing burnout. There's one where a cop interrogates you, and and one of your possible replies to everything is no comment, and then eventually the cop is like, "You have to Pokemon battle me," and so you're fighting a cop, and then you win, of course, and then the who has been trying to get you to admit that you own a Gumi that has been sliming all over a bench,
do
and then a
you own
little
the
kid
Gumi?
shows up. No, you don't.
Okay.
It belongs to a little kid who shows up, and the cop is like, "Oh well, sorry, I've been under stress lately," and it's like, okay, that's interesting. But then there was another quest I just did Or you go where this guy is like living with a Gengar, and he sort of, and it vanishes, and he feels bad, and he's like, I miss it, can we find it? And you go all over hell looking for the damn Gengar, and then finally and you don't find it, and finally he's like, no, it's my fault, I should have asked it to be my partner when it was around, and I didn't, and I regret that, and sometimes life is like that, and he walks away, and that's the end of the quest, and I'm like, fuck,
I
what
really,
was that?
it really sounds like a lot of these game writers are going through some things.
Yeah, and like, like some of the NPC dialogue, you're just the incidental stuff. You're someone's like, I come up on the roof to scream every day, and someone else is like, without my Pokemon, I don't know how I'd go on, and I'm like, this is getting a little dark, people.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I forgot what writing
It's a
stuff we
good
were
game, though.
talking about. I'm just horrified now. Oh, we were talking about
Yeah, yeah.
planners.
Yes, and
Yeah.
but I no, I had a point about the Pokemon thing, and now I've forgotten it.
We were
Oh
talking
well.
about quitting.
Guilt
I was
and keeping
talked
up
about
with
Rossetti from the
planners.
last Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about your journal program not giving you hell like Animal Crossing characters do.
Yes,
Um,
yes. And if I go back, I'm just like, okay, I will just set the day to be, because it's not like, because I can number it, and so it's not, uh, October. It's not pre-numbered. I have learned
mhm.
pre-numbering is death. Because then I just go back and I'm like, it's been a week and I have forgotten everything that happened on those days.
Yeah.
So if I don't pre-number it and I just have like the month, like October, I can just put, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Nothing that interesting happened. And then we watched Donnie Darko with stepson, and you know.
Yeah. I got the Hobonichi 5-year diary, and it's got a very small slot on each page is cut into 5 pieces, 5 slots for the next 5 years. So when I open it up, I see the November 3rd on 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And I've not been perfect at every single day, but I don't have to write that much. And it's interesting seeing, as after you do a year, you now get to see what happened last year, which, this fall from like September to December, not going to be that good because of hurricanes and election. But earlier this year, it was interesting to watch it and see where I was going and what I was doing. And I try to keep up with that daily. I cannot do a I can't do a digital calendar. I can't do a digital planner. I can like I've got Google Calendar where I keep like various things to remind me of things, but I also have to have a physical calendar and physical places to make notes, and my handwriting is atrocious, but that's how my brain works. I've gotten several of the best-selling apps for planning. If they say they're the best for ADHD, everything. But if you don't like making notes and planning stuff on digital, there's nothing that's going to work. And so I have,
No, no.
you know, accepted that. I'm kind of jealous of people who can make it work, but I still am happiest when I can write shit down.
And a lot of it is about, figuring out your particular style. The point of a planner is to make your life easier,
Yes.
not be a source of guilt and stress.
Yeah, it's really funny. The Hobonichi is a one of the most popular planners in the world. It's Japanese. Um, it's got like fancy paper. It lays flat no matter how thick it is. There's a lot of little bitty stationary things that stationary nerds just love. And I did it for a couple of years, but I realized it's got the grid of, the like calendar page, but then it's got each day in a vertical, or each month in a vertical line. So you got 31 lines across, and then you've got 12 things. And so you can put something small in that calendar. And then there's another way the calendar is shown. And then there's like a fourth way that's the main planner. And those two middle ones stressed me out so much because I either couldn't decide what to use it for, or if I did decide something, I couldn't keep up with it. If I'd said, oh, I'm doing habit stuff. No, the first habit is remembering to use the damn habit planner, which I did not do. And it is ridiculous how much it has stressed me out that I bought. I mean, it's not a cheap planner. I would like to be able to use all of its functions, but I couldn't figure out how. And if you go online if you go to see people doing their Hobonichi layouts, they don't show you how they use it. They show you how they make it pretty, or they show you how to make half pages, or how to draw the word April really well. And it's very frustrating because I couldn't find anybody who would tell me how to use those middle two calendar layouts. So that's why I moved away from that, and now I'm doing the Roterfaden Taschenbegleiter, and that's only halfway because I like to say that in German.
That is that has a very impressive name.
Mm-hmm. Roterfaden
I have
means red thread.
My hat.
Yeah, I went to a stationery store in Chicago during our trip when we were going between trains, and I asked, do you have the Roterfaden Taschenbegleiter? And the guy was like involved in stocking, so he should have known like their stock intimately, just basically gave me this dead look and said, I have no idea what that is, and he wandered away.
I see.
So fine. Well, I'm just going to walk around saying Taschenbegleiter, and no one's going to care except for me.
Did they actually have it?
No, they didn't. But he did not show any interest in finding out if they could get it or something. Not that I could. I've shopped at that store online before, which is why I wanted to see it in person. But it was just funny, just the flat out dead, I don't know what that is, sorry. I don't even think he said sorry. I think he just said, I have no idea what that was, and walked away. Yes, Wire Duck, I do get my most of my stuff from JetPens right now, and that is where I'm getting my my Roterfaden book, my planner. But I did, I was in a physical store, so I wanted to see what they had and if I could, touch anything. So, but they didn't. They nothing to touch. Sad, no touching. You talk, Ursula.
Yeah, I have avoided getting into that kind of level of plannerdom because I don't use it, and I tried, and I was like, no, this is useless to me. I don't actually like to write longhand, so that's part of it. I took to the computer when we got an Amiga 500 when I was 7, and never looked back. So yeah.
Yeah, writing on the Brother word processor was a definite big girl writer feeling for me when I was in grade school. So I don't like writing fiction longhand, but like brainstorming, flowcharting, notes, that's all best with pen and paper.
Yeah, I never got into flowcharting or whatever. Like, I think the reason I hate and always hated writing longhand is that, like, I think faster than I write, and my brain would just keep going. So by the time I had written something down, it was already three lines past. And flowcharting, I had sort of the same problem. It's like, you need to write this leads to this, and my brain is like, 10 miles down the road going, it leads to here. So, yeah, and this is an ADHD thing. It's not a sign of intellect. I think it's a sign of enormous leaps
Yeah.
and of without necessarily wishing to do the intermediate steps.
Yeah.
Uh, this is why I don't plot books, because if I sit and plot it out, then I know, then the book is done in my head, and then writing it is exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah. With my current, I actually had a friend, Andrea Phillips, who knows a lot about writing transmedia. She recommended I do a flowchart for this ephemera project, and that's helping me because I'm like, I want some movie posters, and I want some official looking data from, like, official looking forms from a corporation, and I want um, chat logs and things like that, and that helped me. But I'm still like throwing things in between the flowchart arrows as I come across them and realize, oh, I got to do this too. So no matter how deeply I plan or outline, I'm always going to do something else once I get there.
Right. We have been doing this for an hour.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't think we've given people any good advice other than keeping track of shit is hard, and we all want to be a big enough name that we can hire a full-time assistant who does all of that.
Well, I will say one thing. As I've learned more about ADHD, I've learned that we will try every single thing we possibly can in order to find something that hits. And here's the thing: if we find something that works, it may not work for us forever. So if you
that's a thing from Kevin learned early on doing productivity alchemy. It's okay if the system works for 6 months because you had 6 months of the system that worked.
Yeah. So I keep reminding myself, okay, well, sure, I'll buy another kind of planner. Maybe this one, if it doesn't work now, maybe it'll work after the one I find that works doesn't work anymore. But I think a lot of people are so used to being high producing kids from the 80s who are really were really talented, the gifted kids, where we couldn't fail until we could fail, and then we didn't know what to do when we could fail, and we all fell down and cried,
and developed drug issues, and and couldn't hold a job.
Shit, that's deep. The dark, rather. Anyway, so there's.
Sorry. If you didn't, you're doing great.
You can have the feeling of, things are going great until they stop, but no one has told us, like, that's okay. That's your brain chemistry. So if things are easy until you find something that's not easy, and then that's horrifying, that's your brain chemistry and your parents from the 80s. And I might be projecting a little bit, but also if you find something that works and suddenly it doesn't, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your brain. There's nothing wrong with the planner system. It just doesn't work anymore. And you need to find something else.
Your brain likes novelty. It it's called attention because it is a function of like novelty, and when the system is no longer novel and does not interest you and cannot hold your attention, then you can do something else.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, I think if I've got the money to buy that thing that I don't need, but it's just another notebook and it's pretty and it'll give me a dopamine hit, and if I don't do it, I'll think about it for days until I finally give in. I mean, if it doesn't harm anything, if it doesn't harm my finances, it made my brain happy, which, leads to better things. So I'm really not wanting to encourage anybody, just if you want something, go get it. But, sometimes we tell ourselves, I don't need the thing. or whatever. Maybe your brain does. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm just suffering from this thing that makes me want to buy a bunch of journals. So, Ursula, we touched on the whole NaNoWriMo thing. I know that's not usually your thing anyway, but are you doing it? Are you focusing on anything sort of NaNoWriMo-y as you work on your current project, or are you just letting the kids play in the pool?
I honestly had my brain still thinks it's like maybe June.
Oh.
So I, had not until you asked this question, it had not even occurred to me. And
even though we've done some talks on NaNoWriMo.
Yeah, it's I'm working on a book. I'm working on 2 books actually. So like I could not start another one like for fun without basically dying. And so no, I am writing. I am doing my job, and then I am playing Pokemon or fiddling around on my iPad
and helping people get over burnout in Pokemon, apparently.
Yes, and fighting cops in Pokemon, not in reality.
Good. There's.
I mean,
nope.
Not that it's not eminently justifiable in many cases right now, but
yeah,
I live in the middle of nowhere, and
yeah.
so it hasn't come up.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions for us in the chat, ask them now. If you're listening later and you would like to ask a question, email mightymur@gmail.com. I can be found at murverse.com. This month, I am doing reruns from... There have been several years where I've done daily NaNoWriMo podcasts. And instead of doing another one this year, I just decided to go back, and I'm featuring a different one from each... there'll be a different episode 3 each day. Today there will be a random episode 3 from the past. Tomorrow will be day 4, etc. And I'm offering that to anybody who signs up on Patreon, including free people. So you can get this for free. You just got to go to patreon.com/mightymur and sign up for it, and you'll get this daily podcast that some of them I did in the past and some of them I did farther in the past. But it's a way I'm trying to support people without making myself burn out, because that was my biggest problem with NaNoWriMo, which is I wanted to support it as a podcaster, but I also wanted to do it as a writer, and those two things did not go hand in hand very well. But yeah, murverse.com is how to find me. This podcast is called Ditch Diggers, and you can find it on pretty much any podcatcher if you found this another way. You can also find my other show, I Should Be Writing, which is, you can search for I Should Be Writing or Mur Lafferty, and you'll find all that stuff. Ursula T. Kingfisher, sell yourself.
Oh, Jesus. I can be found online at Blue Sky as T. Kingfisher. You can go to Red Wombat Studio to see books I have written, or, it's all books I have written, not books I will write. And I'm around. Poke me on Blue Sky. If someone messages you on Facebook claiming to be me, it's a lie. We are working on that. A weird number of people are impersonating me. It's kind of messed up.
You're getting bigger. It comes with, you're getting to be a bigger deal. I'm sorry, that's one of the things that comes with it, but
yeah, but it's still unpleasant, that bit.
Oh no, it's awful. I'm just saying that, like, I'm commiserating, but also saying, you're getting bigger, which is awesome, but comes with some downsides.
And basically, Blue Sky is probably the best place to find me reliably. I'm T. Kingfisher there. I'm easy to locate, and that's about it, man. I just sit around and write books.
Yep. Hopefully, I will be able to, Ursula, I hope you will be able to come back in 2 weeks. We'll be here at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/MightyMur. Is that good for you?
Let me look at my digital calendar. Yes. In fact, I already have it down, the 17th.
Great. All right,
Yes.
we'll be here on the 17th, and we will, and that'll be in the feed later. Hopefully, I won't hold on to them so long anymore. Production hat. I also hate wearing that hat, but we are going to raid into Theo Solomon. Theo is the voice of Will Ravengard from Baldur's Gate, and he's playing Baldur's Gate for the first time. And it's been a hoot watching him because he does not save scum. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He just lets things fall where they may. I saw when he killed Isabel, it was friendly fire. Lae'zel killed Isabel and just damned the whole Shadow Underdark into darkness. So, but yeah, Theo's a lot of fun to watch. So we're gonna raid into him. Let me make sure I write it correctly. Did I get it written down? Theo Solomon 1. That's right. 1. All right. Be great when you're there. Be awesome as you are in this chat. The raid call is #MurRaid, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And the raid is set up. So there seems to be lots of excitement. So thank you guys for coming out, and always appreciate people in chat hanging out with us. Again, I will try to promote and let people know when we're going live. And yeah, have a good NaNoWriMo, folks. Keep going. I'll see you in the Discord, or I'll see you here on Thursday.